Hello, 13 King. How you doing? Oh, I doing good. I had work this morning. Took me about 30 minutes, and I got done made $30. Hello, Patriot Dependent. How are you? That good. Got 5 watching. Hopefully, get everybody come in. Hello, Blue Eyes. How you doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, trying to figure out how to restream. Anybody want to come up? More than welcome. Hello, Ed. How you doing? Hello, Abe. How you doing? Oh, y'all. Well, I need can I get you to come up? We both might. You might can help me out on that. I might do that too. Hello, Nin. How you doing? Wait a second. I don't think that's the real Nin. Might be. The real Nin is Maud. Who in the hell is Rambot? Sure. Them. I know that ain't the real Nin. I ain't quite understand what you're saying there. They'll give you 1 11 11. Well, I know they ain't the blue ivory. Yeah, I didn't realize you was alive, Abe. How are you? How about this? So let me go again. So I ain't gonna do that. Y'all me out of it. I don't have problem with it. Boy, last time, don't come over here trying to start it with y'all. Dumbasses. Y'all won't fucking fight so fucking bad. Go somewhere else. For that B Bender, this is what I gotta say about him. He a faggoty ass, porn bombing little beach boy. He got nothing to say to me like anybody here will. Fuck the little porn bombing faggot ass fucking bean. He can go fuck himself. How you doing? Hang on. How you doing, Abe? Damn it. Yeah, I wasn't trying to kick you off. No, flying monkey, what it is, being bitten, been porn bombing, been trying porn bomb, kind of fed up with the little bullshit. And he been trying to start shit.
How you doing, Glenn?
Oh, pretty good.
What's the word?
Oh, being little faggoty ass being porn bomb being starting his shit again.
All right.
And I bet we can go hard
Well,
on him.
I don't know if it's him or if it's these cloned accounts because, I read the deleted comment and I'm not going to say anything about it other than, Lady Di does not back Rick Productions. I don't speak for her, but I know she does not. So why these people are gaslighting her chat right now with it is beyond me. But I'll let her speak to that later if she wants to. I told her you're live. So anyway, how you doing today?
Not too much. Got through. Been off work. Oh, I want to say about an hour.
Yeah, I would have gotten here sooner, but I wanted to screen record. I was actually talking directly to Rebel for about an hour. I don't know if you heard that or not. So I was talking on his channel. He put the link out there like he almost literally never does. And when I got off of there, Teresa Richard is on there and PDF is on there. And somebody else is on there and they're talking about Brian King and all that crap from a long time ago. So anyway, I guess I kind of got his channel active for the day. But it has to do with Dave Earl Warden, and this is what Rebel talks about day in and day out, right? I mean, on his channel, that's all he talks about is Brian King and AC and the whole kit and caboodle over there. Everybody. He just lumps everybody in the same category. He threw me in the mix too, just like he did you. And I get that he's been trolled for a long, long time himself. I mean, I think Kate Peter did a lot of it. He talked about that. I was just trying to get kind of a feel for the guy. Like, where did this all begin, and how do we get from point A to point Z here, pretty much, right? So, I get his frustrations, but then I get the same token. I'm like, when you gaslight everybody, when you kick your live stream, and you start gaslighting everybody every day, day in, day out, it's like, people get tired of it. They get frustrated and they get tired of it. And he wants Brian King to take down these videos. And apparently, one of them I know is an interview that he did with NNH like 4 or 5 years ago or something, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so Brian King, I mean, from what I gather, and this is my take on this whole thing. Now, how many videos of Dave Earl Warden exist in the world on YouTube and in the mainstream outlets and stuff when all this was going on, right? His case and all, his recent one? A lot. So I think Brian King is leaving up his stuff because it makes Rebel mad.
Yeah.
And it's, Rebel blasts him every single day on his channel, day in, day out. And I think that he's leaving his videos up there just to despite him, just to get back at Rebel. So there's going to be no end to this dilemma. And I'm like, I have not heard anybody in the 1A auditing community or even around it come out and say, hey, I've heard people say free Eric Brandt. And I'll even say that for that guy's defense. But when it comes down to Dave Earl Warden, I have not seen anyone, friends or foes, get on freaking YouTube and say this guy should not be locked up for the next 20 years for what he did a second time. And I explained that to Rebel. I'm like, dude, you don't people are not on YouTube defending Dave Earl Warden. They're not doing it. Now, I explained to him that there are channels out there that are way bigger than even Brian King has ever become. And those channels, when they found out about this news, about his whole spiel and his conviction finally, they remained eerily silent. And you know why they did that? They did that because they know that Dave Earl Warden is the guy that promoted their channels when they were smaller channels to make them grow and grow and grow into the big channels they are today. So we're going to give them a free pass, and we're just going to launch all of our assaults on just 1, 2, or 3 guys. Anyway, that's kind of my take on the whole matter. What do you think, Len?
Well, no, I know I heard Eric Brandt, but I don't know him that personally.
That's cool. Well, he was around a while ago. He was convicted of threatening a judge or something like that. And then they threw the book at him. I mean, I think initially he got 57 years in prison.
Yeah. Now, Eric Brandt, one I'm thinking about, got 12 years.
You're right. What happened is they reduced the sentence from like 57 years to like 12 years. You're right. So I've heard people say, and I've said it myself, free Eric Brandt. I mean, the guy should not be, they locked him up so long to make an example out of him, number one. And then number two, to get him off of YouTube for a long time to come. And that's just my opinion on that thing, on that matter. But his sentence was way beyond, in my honest, humble opinion, within the spirit of the law. They affected the letter of the law to the T, gave him concurring sentences for the 2 or 3 convictions or whatever that they stuck him with. And that was that. Now, do I think Eric Brandt should have done what he did? No. Do I think he was egged on to do what he did by other people and influenced by it? Absolutely, I do. But does that mean we lock somebody up for over a decade to make an example out of him? I think not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think they should lock Eric Brandt up like they did. But I don't think Eric Brandt is right either, because on what he said.
Right, exactly. I fully agree, Glenn. What he did was a bad, bold move. Should not have done it. It seemed like he was kind of going on a downward, if I can pronounce that right, spiral at the time. And then with what his activities and YouTube and all that, and he had made some bad moves. Totally. But does that mean that we lock this guy away as long as we would someone who robbed 5 or 6 banks at gunpoint?
Yeah. And I had someone came in back. No, before you came up.
I tried to get on. You might not have noticed me. That might have been me.
Now, here this was going by Blue Ivory, and I know Blue Ivory. Usually she usually come up.
I got you.
And here this was, it wasn't Blue Ivory, because they told me I need go get Lady Di. I ain't gonna do that. That ain't me.
Yeah, I got you, Glenn. I told Lady Di that you're over here live. I don't know. She might be busy right now. I don't know. But I'm not even really monitoring the chat. I probably should be. But a lot of these people in your chat right now are trolls about Rick Barry. These are trolls these are the same ones I see they troll Nemesis because he would let Rick get up on that Raging Trucker channel. These are the same people I see over there.
Yeah.
I'm seeing in here. They were the same ones on Lady Di's the other night. It's all because she got up on his, not his panel, but I guess she was in his chat the other day talking. I wasn't there. I don't even sub to Rick's channel. So, I did forewarn her that she was probably going to have a bunch of trolls coming after her, and that's exactly what happened. So anyway, I mean, again, it is what it is. Here we are where we are at now.
Yeah.
But, she had a pretty good show last night, though. It was pretty quiet out there. I didn't see any trolls around. And we got talking about a lot of cool stuff, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you ain't that someone I don't mind trolls? But sitting there telling someone they need to do this and turn against somebody or whatever. No, only thing I gotta say about that, they can go somewhere else with that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't like somebody. They don't have the right to tell somebody else who they can't be friends with. And that would kind of irritate me some.
Right. So if these trolls are,
And they
go
don't
ahead.
want one way or another.
Yeah. So the troll in the chat, that I think they're saying I recorded the video of her at the Cracker Barrel, and that's not true. I live very far away from Lady Di, actually, very far away, far enough away I can tell you it's in excess of 1,000 miles or more. So there's no way that I was with her in Cracker Barrel recording a video. That's what the trolls are talking about. I want to address that one.
Yeah.
And she was really, those badges are real. Those are personal badges that I helped her get. She was a former CERT team member, which stands for the Sheriff's Emergency Response Team in Winnebago County, Illinois. I was a member of that years later on. We were hazmat techs that were and operators that were cross-trained as firefighters because we would help with mutual aid NABIS calls at the time. That group has been since dissolved. It was in full operation from 1980 to 2015, if that answers your question. Not you, Glenn, but the chat. So those are not fake badges. Those are personal badges that she used. I have one too. Why don't you start trolling me? I actually was in a police department, and I worked there full time as an officer, and I have my own trolls over that because they don't want to, they want to just debunk and discredit what I did, and I really don't care. I get a kind of a chuckle, a good laugh out of it actually once here and there. I'm that significant to some of these trolls that they are just, hell bent on coming after me, and I could care less. I really could.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that, Abe, and I will say you and Lady Di both, y'all show y'all receipt, and y'all don't got to prove nothing to me. But however, what these trolls and idiots don't understand, if you disprove something, you need to have a receipt to back it up.
Well, troll's gonna troll, and you can't fix stupid. And in the in the world of frickin' YouTube, that's why I call it frickin' YouTube. There's your answer right there, dude. I mean, it explains it all in a nutshell. Why things are the way they are out here. I honestly really don't care. I mean, I know what I did, and she knows what she did, and trolls do not know what we did, and I don't really care. I put a bunch of stuff out in my community tab over the past 2 months or so about the CERT team and different stuff like that. And these trolls just tend to not want to, they overlook it. They don't even, like Salty Rant would do the same thing, him and his gang over there. They saw my community tabs and they just chose to just disregard them like they never saw them, like they didn't exist. Why? Because I was able to debunk them in saying, oh, there was never such thing as a CERT team. You guys were never on it. You're liars. You're stolen valor and all that bullshit. That's what. So see, it is a game of words. It's just like that We the People Tyrant War channel. They're no different, in my opinion, than any of these other groups out here that sit there and lump everybody in the same category. They troll, they dox, all that stuff. Some of the people they've trolled, good, like Salty Rant. I mean, go for it, knock them out, whack them all, right? But some of the other stuff they do, I talked to these people recently on email last couple days or so. They shot me an email. They contacted me first. I didn't contact them. And we had a back and forth, and we played some word games with each other. And they got so mad at me, so flabbergasted, they said, don't contact us ever again on email. So I will gladly oblige by that. I'll make sure that I never do that again. I mean, I don't know what they're. The thing of it is that group is out there blasting everybody because they lump everyone in the same category as everybody else. Because it is a game that is called Guilt by Association, and it is a stupid YouTube war game. The doxing stuff. I mean, it happened. You know what happened with Turtle Boy and Tonic. So need I say more? When you dox people, people can get swatted, and when they get swatted, people can get hurt or worse. So where does this leave us on YouTube? See, we've got channel names for a reason. If we don't want to use our real names, we use our channel names. And then some asshole out there, pardon my French, decides, well, I'm going to be an e-thug. I'm going to be a keyboard warrior, and I'm just going to dox your stuff and put it out there. So, take that. I'm a big, tough YouTube, troll kind of person. So I'm like, okay, so you're sitting here hiding behind your keyboard. You're doxing people, and you think it's cool until it happens to you. But see, you've accomplished nothing. It's just like that We the People channel. They have gotten nobody off of YouTube since they started. They have a 0.0 success rate at running anyone off of YouTube. And when you dox people, what have you accomplished? Are you trying to say that you're a big tough guy or gal because I got your information and I put it out there? So take that. Beware. You see what I mean? It's just bull. And it still accomplishes nothing.
Yeah, only address some. Hang on, say, hey. Yeah, hang on, say. Only address this one person in chat. So did anybody else's channel? I don't think so. Goodbye. Go.
Bon voyage.
The same door you came in.
Bon voyage. So anyway, so We the People, they and I actually told them this. I'm like, I'm not, I'm smarter than the average bear when it comes to the game you're playing. They play what's called bait and switch. You know what that is, Glenn? So what they do is they add people's names to their little S list, right? And then what they do with that is they try to bait people to give them information. And then once you give them information and you keep giving them information, then they remove you from their hate list, at least for the time being. So for me, I'm like, I pretty much told them in an email, I'm pretty sure I know who you people are. And then they tried to play a little bit of games with me. And then I'm like, if you take a look at that banner you have, there's some characters on there that look like spitting images of certain people. But I'm not going to put that out there because, number one, I'm not 100% sure that that's that individual or not. So if I would say, okay, there's that person, there's that person, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one, then, and I get even one of them wrong, that makes me no better off than what everyone else, including them, are doing by blasting other people themselves. So you've got that point, even if you've got a 0.01% margin of error of getting something wrong, is that a risk you're worth taking of potentially putting the wrong person's name out there? And I actually addressed that with Liberty Bird and many others. And I'm like, when it is hard to play the victim card when you do it, when it happens to you, and then you do it to somebody else. I've said that about everybody who does that, not just one person. So, again, unless you are 100% ironclad sure that this person is a pedo or this person has that, then, blasting it out there, you might get it wrong. And 9 times out of 10, you probably will, because they've been calling me a pedo for like 5 or 6 months now, and they get it wrong every time, and they roll snake eyes. It's a trolling tactic, but it's actually a pretty nasty one, because you can damage and taint someone's reputation on YouTube with your bullshit. Is my point.
Yeah.
So yeah, those trolls, they're just trolling and trolling and trolling. When it comes to those badges and all that crap, I mean, why does it matter to any of y'all anyway? If you really don't care about it, then why do you talk about it all the time? See what I'm saying? But I can prove everything that I've done. She can prove everything that she did. And the trolls they're just trolls. They're doing it to get back at her right now because she got up on his panel or his chat or both, whatever happened. I wasn't there. I don't know. How can I speak to something when I wasn't even there? I don't even follow that guy's channel. I'm not even sub to that guy's channel. So I can't sit there and make a judgment. But I will tell you that you are talking to the guy that helped her get those badges, because I had to get a bunch of credentials rounded up. And then I had to get her a refresher training class in hazmat to get it all current so she could even get those badges to begin with. So if y'all want to know who helped her get those badges, you can just lump me right in that category, because I did it. I did it for her and with her. And then guess what else I did? I went and got my own. So why don't you screw with me for a while? Because I got my own too. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do tonight, Glenn. I'm going to get that badge out that I got, and I'm going to put most of it on there, not all of it, because part of it's got my name on it. But I'll put mine out there and have fun with it. I'm going to put it in my community tab and call me fake. Knock your socks off, because I can prove what I did. As can she.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to, after I get done with this live, we can stick around backstage.
Yeah, that's cool, Glenn. I'm gonna switch over to my laptop because of my phone here in just a minute. But I let her know you're live. But like I say, she might be busy. I don't know. I haven't heard back from her, but I let her know you're live, and that there's trolls that are kind of like targeting her in your chat. But I think you pretty much swiftly took care of them. But yeah, these are the same ones they're the same ones that go after Nemesis. They're the same ones you see over there. Some of them are the same ones I've seen in other areas, and it's typically about Rick Productions, though. That's pretty much who these trolls. Wherever you see him or anything about him or anyone that's even spoken to him, these trolls will follow and they'll sloth all over YouTube wherever they can go to target those individuals. So if that's what you're after, if that's what you're looking to get, and that's what they're after, then I mean, they can come after me, but I don't even sub to that guy's channel. I don't. I just really don't. The guy does his own thing. He goes his separate way. I go my separate way, and I just don't cross paths with him. There's really, for me in my book, there's no reason to talk to the guy. I mean, I don't wish him ill will or anyone else. It's just that I don't talk to him.
I don't even go. Yeah. Well, they like me. Hell, I don't know who he is. Don't even care. Won't know. I don't even go to his channel. He ain't never been mine. So what the hell they gonna come over here for?
Because it's because you get on Lady Di's channel and they're trolling. They're trolling you to troll back at her, and she's not even here right now. That's what it's all about. It's just it's a trolling tactic. And if you trolls want to help Glenn out, hit that like button. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, by the way. There you go. There you go. So anyway, Glenn, I'm going to hop off for a minute. I'm going to get my laptop in just a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, only, sitting there, I held my laptop kind of robot and kind of going cut off. Hello, sick bang. How you doing, bud?
But you sound good now, Glenn. Are you on your phone?
No, on my laptop.
Well, it sounds good. I'm not hearing any roboting at all. So, no, you're sounding pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's on mine. It's on mine. When you go start kind cut off a few seconds, then come back, then cuts off again.
So is that on me on
I'm
my end?
doing good. See, six banger. No, it's mine.
Okay. Well, I'm not hearing any problems with you now at all, Glenn. You sound really, really good. You do. I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna get my laptop in a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't worry about them, Glenn. These are not troll. These trolls are not really specifically after you. It had to do with what happened on another channel the other day that had nothing to do with either one of us. They're just sloughing around YouTube, trying to pick apart anyone's brains they can. Even people like us that don't even have anything to do with any of that stuff. They're just that's what they do, man. Troll's gonna troll. You know that.
Yeah.
So I'll be back in a little bit, Glenn, on my
We're gonna
laptop,
go
dude.
ahead and switch over on my phone. Okay. Okay. Can't. Well, did a lot better. But yeah, Kel. But yeah, Kel. Right, there we go. Hello, Lady Di. How you doing? Yeah, I've been posting my link in the messenger. Oh, I'm doing good. Had a little bit of trolls that came over here. Been trying to get me leaving and start a fight with you. And like I keep telling, I ain't gonna do it. You know, lean on the pin at the top if you want to come up.
Hey, howdy, Glenn. How you doing?
Hello. Oh, I'm doing good.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. How's your weather there?
I won't let it speak for itself.
Oh, I gotta stop the I got to mute the YouTube side. Sorry about that. I forgot to mute the YouTube side. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's
there.
okay.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, and actually it up in it's 85 degrees.
Awesome. Awesome. I had 102 the other day. Then I had 100. Then I had 97. Gosh, I mean, it's been running really warm. And now today, I don't know what it's supposed to
Yeah.
get up to today, but I'm going to take a peek and see what it is. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day here. It's only 80 right now here. So I haven't even turned the air conditioning on yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what?
I'm thinking about something.
Yeah, what's that?
That battery pack that Patriot Defense bought me.
Yeah.
I know it's solar. And I can actually get in the spot I can get into.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal. He's a good guy. I like Patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get notification of your stream, and then someone sent me a text and told me that you were live. So I guess better
Yeah.
late than never. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kelly Barkus, if you're going to call those fake badges, you might want to have some proof behind it because you're full of it. They're not fake. They are hazmat badges, and I am certified, and my certification is good.
Hello, me.
I used to be a firefighter. I am no more a firefighter. I said I was retired. If you look on my streams, you will see that it says retired LEO and firefighter. I'm also retired from Region 3 Mars, U.S. Air Force Mars. So you're full of crap. I even have a plaque from Air Force Mars that's dated all the way back to 2002. And I was also the Rome officer. So you might want to get your crap straight before you run your liquor to there, your boot liquor. And the reason We the People Tyrant Wars had me on the first channel on the crap list because of the first channel I was on was because I was over there as a channel owner, and Emo was as racist as he was. And he continually lied. So you might want to get your crap straight before you come in and try to make comments that are false. I've already had TPD here. Check those badges out. And they've checked my old LEO badge out, which is my old LEO badge is 30 years old. And all has come back with a smile on my face, as I knew they would. So there you go, bud. So you can rub that in your backside. Don't know what else to tell you. Sorry about that, Glenn. I had to address that.
It's okay.
And I never called anybody the NGR word. That's Big Ben Bittner. Because every time he gets pissed. Everybody's an NGR. So let's just go through that too. I never called his girlfriend that. I never said that. You evidently have your head up your arse. I'll put it that way. Your backside. You might want to pull your head out of your arse and get a breath of air. She's the one that called him that. He's the one that called her that. She got a white boyfriend. And there's a video of it up. There's a video of it up. She called him a piece of shit in an NGR word and said, I want nothing to do with you. Get the hell away from me. Get out of my life. I have a white boyfriend that loves me for who I am. And it has nothing to do with ethnicity. Of course, that might be too big of a word for you to understand. Ethnicity. Google it, dummy. Google it. Sorry, Glenn, I had to say that.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yep. But I didn't get notification of your stream being up again. I don't know. I guess I've got what I'm going to have to do is unsub you again and resub you. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Because I watch your streams when I can, when I can find them, I watch them. And as a general rule, when I wind up watching your streams, it's on a replay. It's not live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Patriot.
I ain't gonna allow that Dotson.
Yeah, well, nail them. So Three Souls Paranormal, you need to go back and reconsider what you're saying because you're full of it. Yeah, go pick your nose or something. Do something fruitful. Now, watch them. They're going to turn around and say I call them a fruit. Watch. Not what I said. I said do something fruitful. That's
Hey, on pretty right there, if they want to sit there and do that, I give them reason. And I'm going to say this one time only. That little faggoty Ian porn bomber's big can go somewhere else because he don't have nothing to say to you.
Yep. He even Bittner on, and maybe it was a big mistake for me to go over there on Rick Berry's stream. I wanted to straighten some crap out.
Yeah.
That's why I went there. That's exactly why I went there. And then Bittner to begin with is nothing but a porn bomber. That's all he's ever been. That's all he'll ever be. That's all he'll ever do. He claims he doesn't do that. I've got my own channel. Well, let's talk about what you used to do then. Because I still get porn bombed.
Yep.
So, Glenn gets porn bombed.
Well, Wilma, I understand that. But he acting like a kid.
Go to a retirement home, old lady. Well, give me the opportunity to do just this. Okay?
Lady Di, whack that one. Go ahead and whack him.
Whack them.
Yep.
Okay, I got to get over on the. I got to get on the YouTube side to do that.
I ain't gonna allow you put up with that shit.
Yeah. God, where the hell is the YouTube side? Why can't I get to the YouTube side, man? I can't whack them, Glenn. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it for me. I can't get to the YouTube side.
Hey, consider it done.
Yep. William the Fan Channel, another piece of work. Can't get anything right. Obviously, you can't read. You know, why don't you go crawl back in a squirrel cage where you belong? With good old Bittner. He belongs in a frickin' squirrel
I agree
cage.
with you.
That's exactly what he is a squirrel.
Yeah.
He needs to go to an insane asylum where he belongs.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, Patriot Defense, I agree with you on that one. 100%.
Yeah, they are a bunch of kids. They act like a bunch of 5th grade little girls is what they act like.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. They need to have their backside stuck in a, how can I say this? They need to be set in a corner. And, you know, like a lot of people used to do to kids when they would abuse their kids, they'd put raw, uncooked rice on the corner on the floor. Then they would make the kids kneel on that, on their bare knees, on that uncooked raw rice, and put a dunce cap on their head because that's all they're any good for. That's all they're any good for. And I don't believe in abusing children, but that's what they need. These idiots are supposed to be 18 or over to even be on YouTube, but there's no IQ test given.
Yep.
And I'm not 78, dummy. I was born in 1949. Why don't you go to school and ask your teacher, if someone was born in 1949, how old are they in this year? If you even know what year it is. This is 2023. So you take 2023 and you subtract 1949, and you will come up with, on my birthday, I will be 74. I'm not 78. And if you go to my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, you go to the community chat on 2.0. I'm on 1.0 now because I keep flipping. Every month I flip to get equal time. But if you go on my 2.0 channel and you go to my community page, you will see the certificate of completion from the ISFI. I know those are a lot of letters put together, and you're not going to be able to pronounce that, but they stand for the Illinois Fire Institute Service. And it will also tell you the college that I attended when I took the courses, which I know that's way above your level. You don't even know what a college is, nor have you ever seen one, nor have you ever been inside one, nor have you ever probably even taken a course in one, because you've got to pass an IQ test to be able to go one in the United States. Yeah, oh, he just kicked himself. What they need to do is they need to go take their psych meds. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They may be missing some toes. They may be missing some feet. They may be missing partial legs. They may be missing fingers. They may be missing their nose. Obviously, they can't read, so they have to be blind or illiterate. You know, what can I say? Well, there's another one. Robbie P2 Vlogs. Oh my. Well, what about the picture? What about the picture of Big Ben and his boyfriend with I love Ben tattooed on his shoulder, on his bicep? What's that mean? What can I say? And I don't, I'm not like you. I don't sniff farts. You know what a gorp is? Robbie P2 Vlogs. You ever heard of the word gorp? Yeah, he's his bro, all right. He's his bro, all right. If that's what you want to call it. And look, I don't have anything against gays. I don't have anything against lesbians. I don't have anything against transgender people. Why? No, it doesn't have anything to do with their dong or dummy. That's not what a gorp is. What's wrong with you people? You run your mouths as if you know what you're talking about. That's not what a gorp is. A gorp is Robbie P2 Vlogs sitting in a bathtub with water up to his navel. He's farting in the water and breaking the bubbles that are coming up with his nose. That's a gorp. That's a gorp. Yeah, they you know, all these idiots, if they've ever gone through grade school and graduated 5th grade, 6th grade, whatever, you know, if you were lucky enough to make it that far, you always rode on the short bus. That's all there is to it. You rode on the short bus. And that's for the kids that are nothing but troublemakers. They got big mouths. They don't know how to shut it. They don't know how to form a sentence. They put them on the short bus. They also put kindergartners and preschoolers on the short bus. But that's a different short bus. Don't know what to tell you, bud. I could care less what your opinion is. If I want your opinion, I'll have some guy that I know unzip his zipper and you can lick it off. The zipper, that is. Yeah. Use your man's meat to shut woman's mouth. Well, what are you talking about? A woman dog? You talking about a woman dog? That's the only one you're going to shut their mouth of.
Okay.
I don't have a problem taking these idiots on.
Hello, Punk.
Glenn. I really don't.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
They haven't got the.
I don't
their
either.
IQ.
You know.
Their shoe size is a larger number than their IQ.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had the sun bum, Ernest P. Really? Really? I thought that was Reverend Kelly had the sun bum. Yeah. he might have
That's
a
what I
problem
thought,
with
but
Reverend Kelly.
not.
I'm sorry, Glenn. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's okay.
What idiots? Absolute moronic imbeciles. Yeah, well, you might have a problem with Reverend Kelly about the sun bum because he's got the sun bum. Of course, now he says he never had it, but before it was always he had the sun bum.
Okay, in different areas, I want to see that work. I got back on my laptop. I want to see it do good.
Oh, you sound great on it. It's got a good mic.
Yeah, yeah. What I done when I was talking a while ago, I know how he roboting a lot, and it wasn't him. It actually where I was sitting at.
Yeah. Yeah, your signal's getting blocked. And it's because of where you're sitting at.
Yeah.
And it's because of trees or, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my particular case, when I was sitting there, I had 3 different walls between me and my signal.
Yeah. There you go. Yep.
And now where I'm at now, there's only one wall.
Good deal. Yeah. Well, what? They've got nothing more to. These idiots have nothing more to say. Come on, you got to come up with something else.
Yeah, well, I say.
Big Ben, every time he blows his stack, he blows his stack over nothing. And he gets all ticked off. And everybody's the NGR word. Comes right out of his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Anybody
on PTY idea, I had one person came up. I had one person came up. No, on your name, Lady Di. I knew it wasn't you because you always say hello in chat first.
Yep.
And well, who it was didn't know. Apparently, saying I'm the big retard. What a couple people called me. Even I can spell better than what who that idiot was.
Yep.
And somebody else came on Blue Ivory. And I knew it wasn't Blue Ivory because Blue Ivory ain't never had a problem with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, Glenn. They just they're idiots. They're just idiots.
Yeah.
They haven't graduated. I bet the majority of them
like
never even graduated. The majority of these people haven't even graduated from grade school. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like Prune Handler. I know that's the real Prune Handler because I got him once. And see, he can come up. I don't have a problem with this Prune Handler that in his hat. And no, me and Prune Handler, bless your heart, always been real cordial toward one another. Kind of talk normal, to one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
We understand we all got hate people that do like us. We also got a lot of haters too.
Oh, sure. Well, anytime you have me up on your panel, you're going to get this trash in the chat. You know, they dox people.
Well, they
They
died,
come in under,
yeah.
they come in under sock accounts. They don't have any scrotum. They don't have a spine. They're keyboard warriors, you know. They're legends, they think. The problem is the legend that they are is a legend in their own mind. Nobody else thinks they're a legend but themselves.
I won't put you like well. Let me put it in this time. I seen the actual trolls, the real deals. Okay,
Yep.
these trolls that have been seen here lately, that ain't troll stupidity.
Yep. Well, the sun bum, the last that I knew, when I looked it up, the last that I knew, the owner of the sun bum and the guy that had the sun bum was Ernest Borgnine's son. So I don't know who this Worrell is. Ernest P.
Yeah,
Worrell.
he famous, right?
Mm-hmm. I never said the N word other than to say
So,
Bittner uses the N word. I never said the word outright. So, get it straight.
hang on, I got that one.
Hey, Brian King, how you doing? Everything's pretty good. Hope all is well with you. Been years since I've talked to you. See, these idiots don't realize it, but I've been on YouTube and I've had an account on YouTube since 2011. How long they had an account? Now, Brian King's been around. No, heck, we're all struggling but alive,
Oh yeah,
Brian King.
oh yeah, me, like Burnham and me, Brian King, I know Andrew being around, I know several others that being around, and we have seen some stupidities around YouTube.
Yep, that's for sure. You've been on for 16 years. Well, you got me beat. But you know, these morons, I'll bet you the majority
got
of
me
these
beat
morons. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, I was thinking to say I've been around what about it'd be a good 5 to 6 years.
Yeah. Yep. There's your sock account down on the bottom. Big Glenn Bittner. I'm Jailbird. That's not Bittner.
No.
Oh, I used to be on that's not counting the BBS days. I was on BBS. Good God, I can't tell you. My kids were teenagers, and I was on a BBS, bulletin board system. That's for you dummies that don't know what a BBS is. And it went over your phone line, of course. I was on there, and my God, my oldest daughter is 53.
No, actually, well, you know, actually, I've seen kids act better than what these idiots does.
Yeah. Yeah. I told Rick Productions, I says, you know what? A nickel big Ben Bitna is the one that used to porn bomb you and get your channels taken down. Wouldn't surprise me. I said it over there and I'll say it again. No, look at there. We can talk about it tomorrow, Glenn.
Yeah.
Get this lady die off. And it's not Diane. However, this again proves you don't know how to read. Or if you can read, you can't spell, and you're not very intelligent because you don't have enough brains to understand that a noun, which is a person's name, is always number one capitalized. And when you're looking at it on the screen, you ought to be able to spell it correctly.
Okay, here's the thing. Why King, you can come up. Birmingham, come up. Honestly, I wait for him to come back. And when he come back, better yet, how much y'all willing to pay?
Yeah, I'll go along with the 78. I think it goes back
Yeah,
to 78.
I ain't talking about you like that. I'm talking about somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess who in the backstage?
Yeah, I can't see what's in the backstage. Make them show their face and don't accept a picture.
No. They left. They left something in the private chat.
Yeah, that's that piece of shit, jailbird bullshit. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Maybe Big Ben call RSPCA. Why don't somebody do that? Why don't somebody do that? Why don't they call? It's not the R anything. It's the ASPCA. Dummies. Here, it's the ASPCA. Get your terminology right. I've been told I'm going to have people do a welfare check on me. Do it. Do it. Don't talk about it. Do it, you morons.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm still waiting for, let's see, what is it? Cop show up at that other address. Sam, here's a good idea for anybody that think I'm a pedophile and I live with a pedophile.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
I need
entertain
a
that.
law, but no, hang on. I'm gonna up on the idiots. Sam, I'm a pedophile and I live with another pedophile. Sam, I've been convicted of that. Here's a good idea. Call my local sheriff department and have them send to where I supposedly live, and let's see what happens. Because I don't give a shit because they can't do nothing. There you go.
Yep.
I challenge y'all to do that. Even I know what the law is. I know what the cop gonna do. They gonna laugh at y'all and call you and say, what? Oh, fucking nothing but a retard. They gonna laugh at y'all. Hey, Abe.
Yeah, they can all suck it. That's what they can do. They can suck it.
Yep. Yeah,
They're already. Yeah, don't ever let it get to you,
well,
man.
I think we all can say we joined the old club.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't that? It's just, I've been called a pedophile. I've been called every damn thing in bull. But why don't they call my local and say I'm a pedophile and I'm living with the pedophile going dumbasses? Why don't they call my local sheriff department and make that complaint? Because, be truthful, they just gonna laugh at them.
Yeah, well, they're not going to take a report unless they sit down with an officer. And it's going to have to be a detective. Yep. So they're not going to take the report anyway. They're not going to be stupid enough to give their real name. So now it becomes a false police report. Yep. Even if they were to actually sit down with a detective on the phone and make a report, you have to give all of your details, your name, your address, your phone number. And if you think they don't know the phone number that you're calling from, you're crazy. If you think you're going to use a spoof number, you're crazy. You had to sign up to get that spoof number, dummy. You're a dummy. People are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
No, of course not. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Here's something. Yeah. See, here's something else that they already know. They can track your cell phone, the signal off that number you call it from. They can track you.
Sure.
I know how they do it.
Sure. I know how they do it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can very easily track you.
Yeah, that's all these people are worth, Patriot, is a fart in the wind. That's how long they matter.
Yep.
They get crappy underwear and spotted underwear, and a fart comes out and it goes in the wind and it's gone. That's the only thing that matters, is it's gone. Yep.
Yep.
Well, on my channel, Brian, there are several people's names that can't be mentioned. Crude is one of them. Sticky Ricky is one of them. And because that's what they call him, is Sticky Ricky. And the other one's Ben Bittner. And if anybody says their name,
I won't add. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to add Salty Ranch too, because I'm gonna tell you now, if I don't mention Salty Ranch, you're gonna be on my tongue.
Yep.
Not theirs.
Yep. I'm just telling you, Brian, anybody mentions those names, they are gone. They are gone. I had one of my mods
Yeah.
slip and say Crude's name. She said Crude. And I told her, I said, And then an idiot comes in and he starts to read the banner in my chat. And he's reading what it says, and he starts to, he gets close over to the end of it where the names are. And he gets told, don't say them. Don't read. You can read it, but don't read it out loud. You're going to get it. I meant it too. I mean it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he may think, Brian King, that that makes him cool and it makes him important, but he's got nothing but trolls in his chat. I'm not on my stream. I can say his name unless Glenn puts the rule up. It's just amazing. It's absolutely freaking amazing. These people don't have the intelligence. I could put it two ways that they will understand very well. If intelligence was cotton, they couldn't make a Kotex or a tampon for a pissant. There's one. Now, they might be able to figure that out. They might be able to get that one. Yeah, I don't want him in my stream, man. I don't know.
Hell, who don't want him in anybody's stream?
Yeah, I know it. Nasty. They're just nasty. They're just nasty freaking people. To me, he is not an asset. He is, of course, they're not going to understand this terminology either. They're not going to know the difference between an asset and a liability. He is not an asset to anyone. He is a liability. Because he'll get your channel taken down just by allowing him to talk in it. Same with the, with the shit stain. Good old poo-poo butt boy. That'd be the shit stain. The one that sits on a toilet, takes a dump, and calls that content.
Yeah.
But you'll notice he doesn't talk about me anymore. Crude doesn't say my name anymore. He doesn't talk about me anymore. And that's for everybody to figure out, because I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you why. I am not going to tell you why. That's for everybody to figure out on their own. Oh, man, I hate drama. I absolutely hate drama. This kind of drama crap.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
Ain't really much point in it because it's in fact.
I'd rather go to a nice, easy stream where you can actually learn something. You can get a conversation up on the panel. You can get a conversation going in the chat. And people are learning something new that they didn't know.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, I'm still waiting for you to come back up.
Yeah, come on up, babe.
But yeah. Yeah, I said it many times. There's some people don't. That I don't really care. get in any kind of discussion or dispute about anything, the other, I'd just go after.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn, head up in this Palo Verde tree next to my yard. There's a Palo Verde tree that sets on HOA property. And by the way, I hate living in an HOA. But anyway, that's where I live.
Oh yeah.
The HOA that had such large limbs coming over the back wall of the neighbor's property that when you get a lot of wind out here at times, a lot of wind gusts and stuff, and you got 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. And I mean, it's normal, you know. Well, those limbs are hanging over the top of her roof. So the HOA came out and they start chopping all these limbs off that are hanging over the top of her roof. Because if one of those come off and it's on HOA property, HOA has to repair their property. They got to pay for it. And they ain't going to do that. So there's this, I mean, I got a really good view of that tree now because all the limbs are gone and all the small branches and crap are gone. And here's this desert owl. This sucker is the size of a Doberman Pinscher sitting down up there in a limb. It's got about an 8-foot wingspan on it. I've sit and watched it.
Oh man, that must be a big boat deer.
Oh man, that sucker! I'm telling you, it's the size. If you took the total size of that owl, the tail feathers hanging down to the top of its head, you could set a 100-pound Doberman Pinscher up there, and it wouldn't be any bigger. They'd be about the same size.
Yeah.
And it sits there. My dog will come out in the evening and I'll hear that thing. And I'll come out in the evening and I'll sit out here when my dog comes out to do her business. And I just sit here and watch it. And of course, I've always got my 380 on me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, come on, fly down, try and get my dog. Go for it, go for it. I don't miss what I shoot at. I don't. And then last night, I hear that pack of coyotes. Man, they're just on the other side of my wall. And I keep waiting because one of these days, one of them suckers is going to jump that fence. And when they jump that fence, all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah.
Yep. Min pins are about the size of a Chihuahua. Is that what you're saying? I don't have a miniature pinscher. So
I think that they I ain't never seen that come in here before. I think that might who that is trying to be funny or trying to be stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a Chihuahua. I don't know. I don't have a Chihuahua. Yep. And a service
way
animal.
I look at it, I got one. Got a problem with that? Oh well.
A service animal can be absolutely any breed of dog or a miniature horse. Just for everyone's information. And my dog is a service dog, and they have to perform a necessary, usual medical task. And they have to be able to pass the public accessibility test. Then you can have a service dog. or a miniature horse, service animal. You can't have a parrot. You can't have a snake.
Yep.
You can't have an alligator. You can't have a any kind of a bird or anything. It's got to be a dog, any breed, or a miniature horse.
No, I seen Kay with a woman living in Phoenix, Arizona. Had just a little just a little pig. Boy, had a service animal.
Can't be. Can't be. Not by the ADA. It can only be a dog or a miniature horse. Now, it could be emotional support. It can be an emotional support animal. But if it's an emotional support animal, you can't take it into grocery stores. You can't take it into doctor's offices. My dog,
That's true.
my service dog goes in no problem into my doctor's offices, into my medical pain management doctor's office. When I get my shots, she's always clean. You can't take a dog in as a service animal. You can't do that if the dog is not cleaned and potty trained. And it has to be able to pass the public accessibility test. And that's per ADA rules. Yep. Yep. Sure, you can have any animal.
Really?
You can have
hang on, see, like that. You don't get to respond to that.
Lady Di is right.
Let me respond to this.
Lady in Wisconsin was breeding wolves with German shepherds to sell, and the ATF shut her down. You cannot have a service dog that is just a hybrid. I don't know what to tell you about that, Noel. If it's a dog, dog,
well, I don't know where that information come from, but
I don't put too much of anything. I don't put too much of anything into what Road Hog Kennel says. I just don't. That's my preference. Your preference may be different, and that's fine. Yeah, it used to be only dogs. But emotional support, you can have any animal. A service animal has to perform. Mine performs a medical test. I don't know, Joel. I'm sorry, I called you Joel. I don't know, Noel. If they're the dog species,
let me put it this way.
I don't. If they're dog species, I don't see how they can.
They're one way.
I don't know. That I can't answer. You'd have to go. You can post questions to the ADA. You can. That'd be a good one for you to go post to the ADA.
Yep.
But there's an absolute difference between a service animal and an emotional support animal. I still can't answer it. I would assume they would be canines. So dogs are canines.
Yeah, no. Well, did you know wolf is part of the canine breed?
Yeah. Yep. So are coyotes.
Let's see. Let's figure how that equals. Yep.
Yep. Thanks, Brian King.
Wait, did you know wolf?
Okay. Well, I don't know. Like I said, Brian, they would have to pose that to the ADA.
Yeah.
Because Snowball was not born a service dog. Snowball was born a puppy, a dog, a puppy. And she started out as emotional support. Then she was trained. I trained her. You do not have to have a service dog professionally trained either. You do not have to professionally have a dog professionally trained as a service dog. Now, if you buy a service dog from a service dog dealer, then you will pay money hand over fist for a trained service dog. And it will come with papers saying it is a trained service dog. There is no registration, absolutely no registration for a service dog. You don't have to have papers on a dog stating it's a service dog.
Nope.
When I got Snowball,
kind of dress.
Yeah, go for it.
And I only dress that other part what you talking about. And you kind of get everybody on the same page. And I did a little research on this myself. Okay? Only time you need papers on a dog whenever you breed them and sell them. And that only time you need paper on a dog.
Brian, what you're talking about is the public accessibility test that they have to pass. And you don't get paperwork on that because Snowball has passed that. She took that test. She passed the test. If you people want to know what the public accessibility test entails, then look it up. You can find videos on service dogs and what the public accessibility test covers. And in order to be able to pass that test, you have to have paperwork that says, and it's certified, that they have passed that public accessibility test. You do not get paperwork on a service dog that says they are a service dog that is certified paperwork. It's non-existent. You can't do it. Nope. That you don't have to mark a dog as being a service dog. You don't have to have a leash. You don't have to have a collar that says service dog. You don't have to have the, oh God, I've got one for Snowball that I got for when I take her, well, when I began taking her into the doctor's office, she would wear this. And I'll show you what it is. And it's a body harness. And it says service dog. This goes around her chest. This end is at her back. This buckle goes around her just behind her lung area to hold it down. And then your leash fits right here on this ring. I don't have to have this. I do not have to have this. I do not. There's other things that you can purchase for this that will zip onto this. You see the zipper? It's got a zipper all the way around it. All the way around it. All the way around it. That you can zip onto this things that she can carry. All that stuff. But she does not have to wear this. I have a service dog leash. I have a red leash, and it's got big white lettering on it that says service dog. I do not hook. I don't like to hook the leash onto her collar. She's got a pink collar. She is a multi-poo. She's Maltese and poodle mixed. The mother was the poodle and the father was a Maltese. So she's got the hair on the tail and the ears that are Maltese hair, which is completely different from poodle hair. And the rest of her body is covered with poodle hair. Because she's a female, she takes after the mother's side. So she has the majority of her hair is poodle. And people say poodles don't shed. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They sure as hell do. You have to have certification in order to put her on an airplane with me. I can go on an airplane with her. I have to have all of her paperwork for her having all of her shots. That's the only certification I have to take her on an airplane. She's had Bordetella. She's had rabies. God, what's that other damn disease they get from infected dogs from feces? Starts with a P. I can't remember what it is. Parvo. She's had all of her shots are up to date. I have that. Her shots are up to date through 2025. And when you first get a dog, they're
hang on a second, lady.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna post something in the chat. It's a video on a law about service dog. Okay, there's one video right there. You explain the law on a service dog. But hang on, see, I got what I want to do. I want see I can find like a couple of other kind like what we talking about.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
There is a channel. It's called Service Paws, and they train service dogs. Service dogs can detect diabetes. They can detect heart failure. They can detect, with the diabetes, they can detect sugar levels, either high or low, okay? They can detect seizures. It takes a special dog to be a service dog. I bought a leash for her that says service dog. And I also bought the cards. There's 3 questions you can ask. One is that dog a service dog? And you have to answer that. The second question is, does it perform a task? And you have to answer that. And the third question is, what task does it perform? Now, what you don't have to tell them, you don't have to tell them what your medical condition is. That's where people screw it up. That's where they screw it up. I don't have to tell you what my medical condition is to have a service dog. Is Snowball a service dog? Yes. You know, does she perform a task?
The other link, Now, I ain't trying to cut you off there like that, but go ahead.
No, go ahead, Glenn. It's your stream. You know, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
trying to
know.
take your stream.
Well,
off.
I wasn't trying to cut you off, but I posted. Yeah, it's okay. You doing good. You fine. You doing good. The other link to some of what we talking about. We gotta have a license on it, and that like that video more what we talking.
Yep. When again, is it a service dog? You have to answer it. Does it perform a task? Yes, it does. What task does it perform? You have to answer those 3 questions if you have a service dog. And that's for anywhere you go. I take her into restaurants. I take her into my doctor's office. I take her into when I get my spinal injection. She's right there. She is right the hell there. I haven't had her out very many times since 2019 because of the bird flu. We'll put it that way. Because you still can't say that word on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can't say the C word, so don't ever say the C word on YouTube.
No.
Her medical test that she does, or her medical function that she does, is she tests my blood sugar. She can do that 3 ways. She can lick my skin, and she doesn't sit there and lick. It's 1 or 2 swipes with her tongue. It's either on my neck or on my cheek or on my arm. She can smell my breath. And people have seen her do that, I don't know how many times, but you probably never paid attention to it. Okay? There's 3 ways.
Hang on a sec like that.
And the third way that
I don't know who you are, but I want to tell you now, if you try to porn bomb me, I will block you.
the third way that she could detect, but she's not been trained to do this, is to physically taste the sputum in my mouth, and I won't allow that. I won't allow that. Ain't no dog sticking their tongue in my mouth. I don't care whose dog it is, what kind of dog it is. I don't give a red rat's rear. I ain't doing it. But in order to get a service dog that will taste the sputum in your mouth, you won't be able to have it within 5 years, because it'll take 5 years to train the dog to do that. So just saying.
Hang on a second. Give me a minute.
You know how to block your screen?
Hello? Can you all hear me?
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's Butch. Hello?
Yeah, I can. We can hear you.
Lady Di, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Hello. I appreciate a conversation about service dogs, animals, and I have a dog myself, a small breed of dog, and I love him so much. He's makes my life so good.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have Glenn, do you have a dogs?
Yeah, I got a Chihuahua.
Yeah. But my dog is and I don't know, I got it from online or I had to go pick it up, but I don't know what kind of breed it is, and I'm having some problems with the behavior on the dog and how to get it to go for a walk and eat a dog food and everything. And I was wondering if I could have some support, help.
Well, we ain't a professional, on that. You should be able to go to your local. There should be a local place that you can go where you can seek care, like where they train dogs and for that.
Yeah,
But
my
I
dog
don't
is
know what the names are.
my dog is sleeps all the time, and it always sleeps and is always making like a sound like
Has it
and
got a
erupt.
smash
Yeah,
face?
snore.
It sort
it
of
got
makes it like a snoring, like a, and it rubbed up against me. And
Yeah.
whenever I try to give him dog food, he doesn't want to eat any of the dog food, and doesn't like to go on a leash at all ever, and is always playing with ball of yarn. Likes to play around with a ball of yarn.
Well, about
And
Here's Rockabye Repair by the Wiggles
Oh shit.
on Amazon Music.
oh, what
Alexa,
happened?
shut up.
Alexa,
Yeah.
settle down, Alexis. Alexis is always going off on my host too, and I say something, and Alexis is answering, and it's like, "Shut up, Alexis." but my dog is another thing I noticed. My dog is always cleaning itself, licking on its paws, and then cleaning all over itself, and
well, that natural.
that's normal.
No,
Okay.
that could. It's got allergies. It could have
Yeah.
allergies.
It could have allergies. Yeah, that's true.
Allergies.
That's a good point. And my dog is also always only wants to go to the bathroom at a litter box.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I noticed too another thing. My dog loves to drink milk so much and loves salmon and a tuna, and sleeps all day long. I don't know how many more things I can say.
I
To
don't
make
know,
it-
man. It kind of sounds like it's
About
been around a cat. Was it
about
raised around a cat?
what you might can do.
What's a cat?
No, you
What's a cat? You
cat.
say
It's a yeah. That's what I think is cat. It's a
you think it's
small,
a cat?
It's a animal is small.
Yeah, it's a small dog. It's a small dog. And whenever it always says meow.
It about the size of a chihuahua.
It's the size of a small
Maybe
dog,
a little
like,
bit.
and it always says meow.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, that cat.
I didn't think so. I didn't think he was being serious.
Yeah.
He wasn't being serious. Yeah.
Hello, 150. Yeah, he ain't
My dog-
serious.
My dog eats nothing but hard kibble. It's small kibble, and it is salmon. Well, first it's bison and buffalo. That's the main, and then I mix salmon, and some other kind of fish, dry kibble with that, and that, the guy is just being an idiot. I mean, he's trying to be funny, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who the guy is, but
Yeah. I don't know either. That the first time I saw him.
yeah. Yep. So I knew when he was saying that, his dog was saying meow. I knew that was a crock of crap. Yeah. I mean, it was a good spoof while it lasted, though.
Yeah.
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 Yep. It takes a special type of dog, though, and I'm not talking about the breed of dog. I'm talking about the personality of the dog and the intelligence level of the dog. It takes a special type of a dog to be a service dog. You can't just make any dog a service dog. They have to have the intelligence to be able to learn. And I'm going to tell you something. Defend and I don't get along. But Defend is one of the most excellent trainers I've ever seen in my entire life. When Snowball, she had her first groom. She was 3 months old. And I took her to, I wanted to meet Defend in person. And I took her with me. And she had just had her first groom. She had just been clipped. In other words, she had been clipped. And they do things, when you take a dog for grooming, they do things other than just give them a bath and comb them out. They have to clean the rectal glands. They have to remove all the hair from down in the ear canal. They have to, I want the feet clean. I want the pads clean. And I'm going to get what I pay for. And it's not cheap. But Defend had that dog at 3 months old, and he brought Emma, of course, and he leash broke that dog in 15 minutes. He's one of the best dog trainers I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, well, you know, that you right. Anything about Defend, that right there is the one thing. Yeah, actually, the good thing I can say about Defend, he know how to work with dogs.
Yeah. The problem you have, and I learned this from him, and he's absolutely correct, because I taught Snowball. I've trained her. And I'm going to agree with everything he has said about training a dog that I know of so far. And I'm not saying I'm a dog trainer. I'm saying I train my dog.
Yeah.
Less is more. And he's true. It's true. It's the absolute truth. When you're trying to teach your dog something, less is more. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Take one thing at a time. And you train that dog. And the problem that you're going to have with trying to train your dog is you have to get the dog to understand what you want that dog to do. And once you break that barrier, and it took a while. It took a while. It took a while for me and Snowball to make that connection, or Snowball and I to make that connection. But once you make it, you've got it. But you have to continually reinforce the training. I can take her and I can walk down the sidewalk with her. I can take her outside and walk down the sidewalk. I can take her with me to any store I go to and not put her on a leash and tell her to follow. Just follow. And she will follow alongside me, but she's rusty. She's rusty because since, like I said, 2019, we haven't been out that many times. And she is rusty. I have not trained her to plots on the floor and lay on the floor like a big dog would. I have trained her to plots in my lap. In other words, to lay down in my lap on her stomach. And I call that plots. And when I want her to sit, I tell her to siest. And she freaking does it. Where I have the problem is me trying, because she hasn't been out that much and she's just rusty, is for her to keep her eyes on me. The last video I did, I got to go in and make sure that's posted at Cracker Barrel. The last video I did. And then you've got people that come up. you know, if you're out, look, people, if you're out and somebody has a dog and the dog is not acting like a pet, automatically assume it's a service dog. It doesn't have to be marked. You don't have to mark it with anything. Assume it's a service dog. Don't look at it. Don't talk to it. And sure as hell, don't reach down and pet it. Don't do it. Just assume it's a service dog. Leave the dog the hell alone. A dog has to be leashed. You can tell if a dog is basically, if it's a service dog or if it's just a pet by the way it acts. And when you screw with that dog, when I put that leash on her, on my service dog, she automatically goes in service dog mode. Why? Because that's the way I freaking trained her. When I take the leash off of her, she's just a dog. She chases a ball. She plays with a light up ball. She has toys here to play with, and she plays with them. But when that leash goes on her, I have trained her, you are now in service dog mode. And I tell her to follow, and she follows. And she has learned not to get too close to this damn chair. And she is supposed to keep her eyes on me at all times. But then you got people that, oh, what a cute little dog. You know, oh, Jesus God. I hate that. I hate that. Because then they get her out of, they get her, you know, all screwed up in the head. And now she wants to wag her tail and walk over and lick their hand, you know, and be a dog. No, don't do that. For crying out loud, don't do that. You know, with Emma, you can't, according to when I met Emma and I met Defend, you can't, you know, do the big, like scratch the top of her head, like pet, scratch her head on the top. He says, no, don't do that. If you're going to do that, do that under her chin. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've had little bitty kids, toddlers, in a store. And I've got Snowball with me, and she's on leash, and she's sitting there, and she's looking at me, and this little bitty slobbering toddler comes up, walks up, and puts her arms around Snowball. And she's trying, you know, she's jabbering like a little toddler does, less than 2 years old or 2 years old. And the mother says, oh, she doesn't bite, does she? And I look up at the mother. Wait a minute. You going to let your toddler walk up to a strange dog and not know if it bites? If it's a service dog, it's not going to bite. It can't bite, bark, growl, snarl, snap. Can't do any of that crap. That's in the public accessibility test. They'll drop a stainless steel bowl on either concrete or tile floor. The dog can't take off running, scared to death. They'll open an umbrella and keep flopping it, open and closed, open and closed, open and closed. And the dog isn't going to run away from that. It may lay down and look, and it may be afraid because it's never had that. It's never been exposed to that before. But she's going to lay the hell down, and she's going to look at that umbrella. And she can't do the testing. That's the only kind of testing she can do, as being a person giving her that test. The rest of the test is done with the handler. Because my dog will not act with my daughter the way she does with me. I mean, she can tell my dog follow, but Snowball's bouncing all over the place, and she'll follow her. Why? Because she always gives her meat treats. She gives her a treat for absolutely everything she does. You don't have to, when you train a dog, you don't have to, you can give them a treat, or you can give them love and affection, and it means just as much as a treat. All dogs are not food driven. I have a gallon container I put her food in, her dry kibble in. She is not a gorger. She will eat what she wants from it and walk the hell away from it and leave it alone. She has food down 24/7. She doesn't gorge. Some dogs will walk up to a bowl and they'll start eating and they won't stop until every morsel in that bowl is gone. My dog doesn't do that. Am I saying my dog's better? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm saying that's the way she's been trained. She'll take 4 or 5 pieces out of that bowl, lay it on the floor, and then eat one piece at a time. She may do that twice and walk away from the bowl. She's not a gorger. You know, when a dog pisses on the floor or takes a dump on your floor, you don't beat the shit out of it. You don't kick it across the room. You don't scream at it. You don't rub their nose in it. You're punishing them for a normal thing that they do. Urinating and defecating is normal. You urinate and you defecate, right? You're gonna punish a child because they urinate or defecate? A dog is no different. You don't do that crap. You teach the dog to go to the door. You put down, when they're puppies, you put down what they call pee pads or wee-wee pads, and then there's scent you can buy and drop scent drops on those pads to teach them that when they go up, they got to go out there. What do? They start sniffing. You can't let the dog babysit you. You have to babysit the dog. And if you're not willing to put the time in it, then maybe you shouldn't have a dog. And I have a prescription that I got from my doctor when she was emotional support for me that states I can keep my dog with me 24/7, and I am to do that. And it's on a prescription pad, and it has a physician statement or signature on it. So they don't start out as service dogs. You have to train them to be a service dog. If you want to pay $5,000 for a trained service dog, fine. You got $5,000 you can throw away, do it. But when you get the dog is going to be trained the way they trained the dog. That's not necessarily the way you want that dog trained. My dog will watch me right here in my house, and I'm training my dog now with hand signals. It is not that difficult. Think like the dog. What do you want the dog to do? You got to get the connection between your brain and the dog's brain. It's not that difficult. You just need to get it. You got to get it through your head. Less is more. One thing at a time, and every day you reinforce the prior training. Every day. You don't get the weekends off. You don't get the evenings off. You have to continually reinforce that training. You have to, or it's not going to work. Now I'll shut the hell up. I mean, I've about covered all of it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Like Flying Monkey says, well, anybody just can have a service dog now. I can say mine's a service dog. Well, has she got a prescription for that service dog? Does that service dog, number one, is it a service dog? Does it perform a task? What task does it perform, Flying Monkey? Her dog isn't a service dog just because she says it is. Has it passed the public accessibility test? No, she's just a witch. She's just being a witch.
Abe is still in your chat. Yeah,
I thought he was coming up.
No, I mean cut you off, but
I thought he was
yeah, I
coming
thought
up.
so too, but if they still in chat, go ahead, come on up because I fixing any. I seen that little 3 hours now.
Hey, Ozark Oracle, you know you got a road named after you out here in Tucson, Oracle Road. That's the truth. Yeah.
All right, I want to go ahead and end it. I thank everybody showing up. I thank everybody hitting the like. I thank everybody that came up. Hit boys and girls, all sides and shapes, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't, the Jackrabbit gonna lay the biggest smack down ever. If y'all ain't down with that, I got 2 words for y'all. Suck it!
You bet. Thanks for having me up, Glenn.
No problem. If you want to, we can talk backstage.
Alrighty. I'll hang around.
You know, and if they won't come up, yeah, dude, hit the link.